Okay, guys, you're welcome to this channel. Welcome to this 90-day series on uh, sports betting mastery. This is day 7, and today we'll be looking at a very important topic, a crucial topic uh, called rollovers. It's a strategy used by a lot of persons, a lot of experts, and today we're going to dig deep into how to maximize the use of rollovers to win every single day, every now and then, uh, and increase your winning potentials, okay, using rollovers. Okay, so we're going to look at how these rollovers can be harnessed, how to make a lot of money using it, the do's and don'ts, and those things you just need to avoid so as to experience the benefits of this particular strategy. We've talked about a lot of strategies over the couple of days with this series has begun, and using each of these strategies alongside with rollovers could also be beneficial. So first question we need to ask ourselves is that what actually is rollovers? Okay, this is just an illustration of how we utilize rollovers to make a lot of money for ourselves. If you are just joining for the first time, you just put in your name or put in where you're from. Either you are from the United States, you are from the UK, you are from Germany, you're from Pakistan, Ghana, Nigeria. Just put it down there. That's where you're from, where you're watching us from. Okay, just put it down there where you're watching us from. Okay, so I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet you. I would love to connect with you and to mentor you alongside. Okay, so for today, we're going to look at practical ways. We're going to do these things together live on this channel. So sit back and let's dive in to the use of rollovers. Okay, so the first thing we need to ask ourselves is that what are rollovers? What is a rollover betting strategy? Rollovers is a betting strategy where a portion of winnings from one bet is used to place a subsequent bet. Okay, let me use these. let me pick my pen. Let me pick my pen. Okay, just want to pick my pen so that here is the pen. Okay. Okay. Let me pick this pen. I think this should be the pen. Okay. Okay. So the rollovers is a betting strategy where a portion of winnings from one bet is used to place a subsequent bet. And for most of us that in my premium group on Telegram, where we've done rollovers countless of times, and I think the last one we had about 11 straight days of winning. 11 straight days of winning. I think a couple of persons made over some thousands of US dollars for that period. So rollovers aim to compound winnings by reinvesting profit. Okay, so for example, let's say you have $100 bet on a team A. On a team A, you bet $100 on team A to win, and if they win, you decide to use 50 dollars. That is about half of it. I mean, you use $50 of your winnings, half of your winnings, to bet on another bet on another team, or another selection entirely. So that's, you are rolling over the winnings. Okay, so you could roll over the winnings. You could roll over, including your principal amount. I mean, what I mean principal amount now, I'm talking about the bankroll. We are going to talk about what the bankroll is as we dive into this topic. Okay, so you are rolling over a part of your winnings, okay, from a particular bet selection into another one. Okay, so I played a $100 bet, 2 odds, for example, maybe 2 odds, because rollovers can be maybe a consistent odd selection. I could decide to play a 2 odds rollover for a period of time. Okay, so for example, I place a $100 bet on 2 odds, and which gives me about $200. So I decided to use $50 out of the $100 profit to play another, or I can decide to use the total profit to play. So it's just being strategic about your betting journey. So rollover strategy is just is just testing your patience, one, on doing the right thing, using the right techniques to win consecutively. So you could decide to lower the risk involved in placing those bets, so that you could be able to accumulate a lot of money over time. Okay, so we have some types of rollovers. We have the same game rollover. Okay, what do I mean by same game rollover? Same game rollover is like you betting on multiple outcome within the same game. I'm going to do an example to that. Okay, let's go into our 1xbet. Let's go into our 1xbet. Let's go into our 1xbet. Okay, this is 1xbet here. Let's do a practical example. Okay, on 1xbet. Okay. So this is a practical example we're going to do. Let's say a particular niche now, maybe basketball, it could be tennis, it could be ice hockey, it could be football that you decide to bet on. So okay, I think I don't know why we're having a little glitch in the network. Okay. Okay, let me use another. Let me see if another bet. Let me see if another bet is open. Another one. Let me. Okay, let me open this. Let me open sportybet as an example. Okay, this is another bookie. It's another bookmaker. Okay, so I said same game rollover. Okay, so I decide to, for example, I want to play this particular game, Bradford. I decided to play this particular game, Bradford versus Newport. Is a League Two max fixture in England. So let's say I decided to play Bradford versus Newport County. Bradford versus Newport County. Okay, so I decide to play 2 different odd options of the same game. Okay, some people call it arbitrage or thereabouts. but this time around it's just purely rollover. So I decided to play this two of them running concurrently. So I may choose, let's say I choose home to win. This is just a practical example. I'm not placing this particular game because there's no analysis to back this up. Okay. And I chose another one. Let's say I chose maybe on the goal section. So I chose this. So I'm having two different games. If I open this, you can see they are being played as single options. Two different games being played as single options. So I'm placing this as $1,000, and also placing, looking at this, if this one wins, I'm going to have maybe $470 as profit. If this other one wins, I have 520 bucks for as win for this particular match. So I need to do a calculation such that one just have to win, and such that I will not make any loss for that. Okay, both of them are playing on the same principle or strategy I'm using. There's a particular app I'm going to put out for you at the end of this video that helps you do all these calculations without stress. Okay, so you don't need to think or about what or which type of game or which kind of calculations to do, or before you place your bets. So this particular app would help you do those calculations for you and the right odds that you should put for that particular same game rollover bet strategy. Okay, so that will be unveiled towards the end of this video. So just watch along with me as we do. So the first one is just the same game. You selecting one or two bet odd options of the same game for your rollovers. Okay. The second type of rollovers is multi-game rollovers. The multi-game rollover. That means I'm selecting more than two different. It may be of the same niche. I may pick from football. I may pick from basketball, or whichever niche it is. So I play on that. Then I use the winning of that to fund the next. That's, we call it multi-game rollover. Okay. And the third one is the parlay rollover. So this, I'm combining multiple bets into one, with each legs winning, funding the next. Okay, let me use this as an example of what I'm saying. Here right away. Okay. This is a 15-day bet strategy. And here we have on the first day, this is two odds rollover. So on the first day we have a staking amount of $2,000. So this $2,000 is just a winner's $4,000. This is just a strategy which I'm going to explain in as we roll in. So I'm going to use this as an example to explain this bet strategy. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. So we combine multiple bets in one leg. Multiple bets in one leg. For example, you can see this has about a 7 game. This is 7 in number. You have 7 of 7. So meaning that it's not just a single bet, but 7 different bets placed all together. These are 7 different bets placed all together to get this rightly. So we have 7 of 7 which was played, and how many odds was it? Give us about 3 odds. Okay, so these are parlay. We call it parlay rollover. Okay, or a parlay rollover. So the key characteristics of this is that rollover helps. It aims to grow winnings exponentially. It requires careful risk assessment. It can be adapted to various betting strategies. Okay, so the key points for you to note here is that rollovers require discipline and bankroll management. It helps you understand odds and probability, and also help you amplify those winnings and losses. Okay, so the benefit of rollover, which I've just said, is that it gives you the potential to make money exponentially. And also it helps you to reduce risk, because in placing bets, there's high chances that you might surely lose. But you taking different bet strategies, which I've explained in the past, select your games. Okay, so you could use that to reduce your risk, okay, and enjoy maximum value of bets you are placing. Okay, so we need to ask ourselves, how do you place these bets? I just gave you a scenario of a 15-day rollover, okay, a 15-day rollover betting strategy. This I wanted to replicate this. I think the last time we tried this, we ended at day 11. To tell you how risky it could be, we ended at day 11, where about $400,000 was made. But I think I opted out at this 10. The 11th day, we lost it. So meaning that some amount of money was won, which was about 400,000 plus after day 10, which you could see at this place here. So it was quite a lot of money that was made by the whole team on Bet Analyzer. So this is something that is practicable if you apply the right strategies to be done. So, for example, explaining this particular strategy, we have on the first day, you place in $2,000, depending on the amount you decide to stake, which we call the bankroll management. Okay, you need to know your staking power. So I call the bankroll. The bankroll is the total amount of money allocated for the sports betting. For example, let's say I use $2,000 for this example. I use $2,000 for this example here. I think we use $2,000 here. So let me change this right up to 2,000. So depending on how much you're having, let's say you stake, you put in $2,000 in your 1xBet account. Let's say you put $2,000 in your 1xBet account. Let me put 2,000 here. So let's say you put $2,000 in your 1xBet account. Now, when applying bankroll management, it is advisable, because it's a form of risk management. Okay, it's advisable not to use your total amount of money to place bets. Okay, it is advisable not to use your total amount, your total staking power to place bets. Okay, you need to allocate those strategies. You need to allocate those strategies. Okay, the first, which I try to exemplify here, is that you allocate about 2 to 5% of this bankroll per bet. Okay, from the video I played, if you have to watch, maybe after you could rewatch the video. I'm going to play it towards the end of this video, this live show, that you will see that there are some of those games that are replicated, okay, but with different bet odds options. Okay, so for example, I allocate maybe For that, I manage that person's account. That person is from Pakistan. Okay, so you see, the currency was, though he was living in India, so he was using rupees. Okay, so you allocate some amount of money for a particular bet and another amount of money for another particular bet for the same on the same day. Okay, so a fixed percentage allocation, let's say 2 to 5% of the bankroll. Let's say two to 5% of 2,000. Do I use $1,000 for this? So that's why you're saying $20 to $50. Okay, so you use that, you allocate this amount of money so that you can be able to caution yourself while placing bets. So should in case you lose the bets, you still have another to continue the trend. You still have another to continue the trend. So there's nothing that is stopping you from actualizing your aim. So, for example, this is you have your bankroll or your staking power is $1,000. Your bankroll is $1,000, and you have a fixed percentage allocation of 3% per bet. So that means per bet I'm placing. This is applicable to every other strategy. Either you're using the rollover strategy or just placing your parlay bet, your Aka bet, just normally. So you need to allocate a percentage of your total staking power or your total bankroll per bet. Okay, so I know that for every single bet I'm placing, let's say let's say I live in Kenya, and I spend kwacha. I don't know, is it kwacha they spend in Kenya? Okay, so let's say I put in 5,000 kwacha, or let's say I live in the UK. My total staking power is 1,000 British pounds. Okay, so I just shouldn't place 1,000 GBP directly on a single bet. So I need to allocate a certain amount of money, let's say 3% of that, let's say 2% of that, let's say 5% of that per bet. And I should stick to that. That means I need to be disciplined while placing or while using the strategies to avoid to avoid stories that touch the heart. Let me use that word. That means regardless of how sure you feel that game will play, maybe you feel that this analysis is so perfect and you are using your own money to place that bet. That is quite very risky. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't use your total amount of your total bankroll, your total staking power on a single bet. So you just need to allocate some amount of money, and you just need to be disciplined with that. Okay, so just to define the risk of potential loss or win. Okay, so still under risk management strategies, you need to have a table where you checkmate every single game you play. Every single game you play. Okay, for today, I'm just going to play 2 games only for today, and I stick with those 2 games. No, I'm going to play just 5 games for today at $20 each. So I'm spending $100 just for today. So if I'm spending just $100 for today, so I stick with that principle, $100 for today. So with that is based on same game principle now. So I can decide to use that as a rollover technique, such that the proceeds from today, I use that for tomorrow. The proceeds for the tomorrow, I use that for the next. Okay, that could be a strategy on its own. Okay, or I can decide to use a part of my $1,000. I use, maybe let's say I'm using $100, 100 USD to stake today, just a single game today, then roll over both the principal and the profits for the next day. And that is what you could see in the strategy which I put as a 15-day strategy. I use that as a 15-day strategy here, where you see this is with a $2,000 staking power. Okay, you see that this is based on 2 odds. Though this is quite very risky, and I told you that the last time we tried this, we got to day 11. Okay, which, let's say you decide to play it daily, on daily basis. Okay, I can decide to play all this on a single day. All this strategy, I could use it on a single day. That means I could place in this this strategy for a 24-hour period, meaning that from the very first minute I place a particular game, maybe 15 minutes draw, and 15 minutes draw maybe 1.5 odds, just for example, for that particular game. So after 15 minutes, I place another game with both the stake and the profit for another game. So I can move this within the next 12, 14 hours. I've made the whole money from this. So I've rolled over both the stake, the bankroll for that particular day, together with the profits, and exponentially increase it. So I believe we're getting this. So so this is just a strategy. So on this strategy, to also maximize the profits and minimize the loss, you could see something here. You see that I put keep. That means on the 5th day, which I made $64,000 as profit, I decided to keep allocate some amount of money. You do not use your total staking power for a single bet. Okay, so also when placing your bets, when you're placing your rollovers, you just to have impulsive decisions. One of the ways by which that makes many persons lose money in sports betting is because they put in impulsive decisions, trying to chase their losses. You just need to erase your mind from your losses and be positive about your winnings. So your mind must be fixed on winnings, and do not try to chase your loss. Oh, I've lost $500, so that means the next amount you want to put in, $300, or you want to put in $300 to win, or you want to put in $100 to win $1,000 at the goal, or you want to put in $50 to win $3,000 at the goal. Because I've lost $2,000 already. No. So what you just need to do is you are taking baby steps to winning consistently. So in the presence of consistent winnings, you will at the end thereof cover all your losses. You can see that. So you shouldn't be aiming at winning everything at a single bet. No, you need to think about the long term. So the focus about rollovers is about winning on the long term. So I may decide to place 1.2 odds regularly with discipline over a long period of time for me to achieve the wins I needed, or the amount of profit I needed. Okay, so I decided to spread in my odds options to such a way that I'm having a reduced version. For example, I gave a strategy on under 4.5, and this strategy is a winning strategy in that you can use, for example, let me use this. Let's be practical about this. Okay, I think this has come back. I decide that I want to play this particular game. Let's say it's Spanish. This is Spanish La Liga. Okay, these are a series of games. and I want to play under 3.5 or under 4.5. So I decided to look at from the explanation I gave then in that particular strategy. You just target you just need to target your the middle versions here, the middle odds here. Once the middle odds here are less than 3.6, then you could place under 4.5 for the game. So, for example, this Osasuna versus Real Betis, could just place. I open the game and I place under 4.5 for the game. Okay, so I just go to total and I place under 4.5. Under 4.5 for this game is about 1.038. Okay, I could just select about 3 or 4 of them as a parlay betting. Okay, and at the end thereof, you see, I'm going to get about 1.2 odds. So if I do this consistently for a period of time, you could see doing this, I'm increasing my wins. Before you know, in 10, 15 days time, I have made an exponential increase of my staking power to maybe rest power 10 or thereabout. So you could see the best way to win consistently is through rollover strategies. Rollover strategies could take you a lot of places. Let me take another one. See this Girona also is less than 3.6. So I could place under 4.5 for this. And it is the certainty of this winning is about 99%. It's about 99%. I think I did one for us the other day, and you could see it all won. It's 99 to 100%. The 1%, I'm going to explain to you why I said 99%, because so many things can also be factored out to make a particular bet to lose, regardless of how sure that game is supposed to end. So many things. Yesterday I mentioned about referee bias could decide. The referee can decide to work against a team that is sure to win. Okay, the referee can cause it. You can have injuries. You can have key players missing a particular game. Okay, a player that's supposed to play, one of the key players of a particular team was supposed to play, was removed. Maybe possibly the coach decided to use a team B to play that particular match. So you're thinking that team will win the match or will score a lot of goals in that match. But because it's team B that is playing, so the game ended in under 2.5 when it's supposed to play over 2.5. So many things can cause a game not to play in your direction as predicted. So each of those things will be factored out as we move on. Okay, so at best we go for games that you are sure to win. So I call them high confidence games. High confidence games. So I could place at least a substantive amount of money on those bets. So because I am certain that these will surely win. Okay. So one of the common mistakes for you to avoid when placing your rollover games, one is that is overextending bankrolls. Overextending bankrolls. I mentioned something about before that you shouldn't chase your losses. Do not chase losses. You shouldn't bet more than 5% of bankroll per bet. You shouldn't bet more than 5% of. Okay, I just said my bankroll, my staking power is $1,000. I shouldn't bet more than $50 per bet. Okay, so and I need to be disciplined about that. Okay, so not setting stop losses, stop loss limits. Okay, from this particular strategy I gave, you could see I put in several stop losses. These are called stop losses. You see, I put keep at the fifth day. I put keep $44,000 and play the remaining ones. So I played $20 out of the $64,000. That was made here at the fifth day. I could decide to do this every 2 days. This is just an illustration of every 5 days. There's a stop loss every 5 days. There's a stop loss every 5 days. Okay, but you could decide to do this every 2 days. Every 2 days, I have a stop loss. I know, okay, after I've made about $5,000. Okay, I keep 3,000 and I continue with $2,000 as my bankroll. So I know that, okay, for sure, my initial capital has been regained, and I have some profits for myself. So each of these things are what you should need to put into perspective, into cognizance when you're playing your games. Okay, so still on this, number 2 is that you need you need to consider your risk assessment. So poor risk assessment could endanger your betting journey, could make you lose a lot of money. So you need not to ignore volatility risk. Not even considering event risk at all is even very, very disastrous. Okay, so it's very disastrous. So you just need to assess and analyze every single bet, every single strategy you are putting into your bets at that point in time. So you are very, very conscious of what you are placing. So being conscious, not too over conscious now, but being very conscious in your stakes, in placing your bets is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, so overestimating your skill level. You are not too good at placing bets. You are not too good at analyzing games. You just need to listen to so many of my strategies. Watch a lot of strategies online on this channel. Okay, you could also get a mentor. I mean, chat me up to guide you in each of these strategies, so that even if it's for you to pay for premium services, okay, for someone to guide you in doing this journey, not the person picking the selections for you this time around, but guiding you, teaching you on how this is done. It's not bad paying $10, paying $20 for someone to guide you in this journey. I mean, you use money to make money, so it shouldn't be a big deal for you to spend, to learn, to acquire a skill. Okay, to acquire a skill, to improve yourself in the sport betting industry. Okay, so another third one is inadequate research and analysis. Here in Bet Analyzer, I encourage every single person to learn how to research and analyze matches by themselves. Okay, so as to be better every single day in their sport betting journey. Okay, for you to win more. So you shouldn't ignore statistical trends. You should be up to date with news, with bet news, with teams. And I think yesterday I gave us some apps that could help you in your analysis journey in sport betting. And each of these apps are very, very important because they give you news, up-to-date news. You see some of these things on SofaScore. I mentioned SofaScore yesterday. I mentioned Footy Stats. I mentioned Make Your Stats, and a couple of apps that could help you in analyzing in your research and analysis of sporting events, of those match fixtures that you have for you to bet. Okay, so you just need to have adequate research and analysis before placing a particular bet, not just out of emotions or out of okay, I think I put that here, emotional decision making. Oh, this is my team. I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a Manchester United fan. So because of that, you are placing Manchester United to win. Oh, I'm a Tottenham fan. So Tottenham must win. Must win Brighton. oh, Tottenham will win. Tottenham will win because I'm a Tottenham. I'm a sports fan. So you shouldn't put in your emotions or putting your likes to placing bets. Okay, so that you are a sports fan doesn't mean that sports will win Southampton. That you are a Chelsea fan, you're a Real Madrid fan or Barcelona fan doesn't mean that Barcelona will win that match. So you need to put aside any form of emotions, put put aside any form of like that, oh, this is my team or not. Okay, so and analyze this match. You shouldn't chase ostrich. That, oh, this particular team, oh, is very, very good. Okay, we talked about point per game yesterday. Point per game reveals to you the potentials of a particular team winning based on past events. Oh, this particular team has been winning winning their games for the last 10 matches. So because of that, the next match will win. You shouldn't place 100% of your bets on that particular strategy. That they've won 10 matches before doesn't guarantee that they're going to win the next match. So you need to add other strategies before you can be rest assured that that particular team will win the next match, or will score over 2.5, or will score over 3.5, or will play under 2.5 or under 3.5. So each of these things need to put in the place or put into cognizance for you to decide your bets for that particular match. Okay, so you shouldn't also do revenge betting. Revenge betting is very wrong. Revenge betting is very wrong. Yesterday I lost $1,000. Oh, I need to revenge today. Today I must win $2,000. So you shouldn't do that when you are placing rollover bets. Okay, you need to zero your mind off those losses and take every single day as a fresh mode of analysis. Okay, so do not. I wrote example here. Betting on a team due to personal bias is very wrong. Okay, you need to avoid emotions. Conduct thorough analysis. Okay, so that is that for today. That will be that for today. Not to prolong this video. If you have questions on this, ensure to chat me up on Telegram. Join our Telegram channel at Bet Analyzer. Okay, I think you could see that on our channel. Let me open. This is our Telegram channel right here. So on our Telegram channel, you could see. We post on our Telegram channel. We post some matches that you could also re-edit before playing. Okay, I said in previous times that you can join me. Just join us on our channel, on our Telegram channel as Bets Analyzer. That's BETSANALYZAR, or chat me privately at BETANALYZAR. Okay, so I'm going to leave right now. Tomorrow will be another day where we're going to pick another interesting topic and strategy for us to use. Okay, and join our channel. I'm going to put in a particular bet selection in a couple of minutes that has been analyzed. So that will be courtesy of Bet Analyzer. It's something you could play and have potentials of winning. Okay, so ensure you join this channel right now. Okay, and subscribe to this channel, this YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button. Subscribe, like this video, and share. Like this video and share. You could decide to rewatch this video from the beginning and practice what has been explained to you. Okay, thank you very much, and bye-bye.